Um, Good day, everyone, and welcome to the Project Trinity podcast. I am Friendly, and I'll be your moderator today. So, our topic for this episode is the journey to the first remote job. This conversation is especially important because for many young professionals here in Haiti, remote work is more than just a career option. It's a gateway to opportunity, stability, and global participation. Thank you all for joining us today. To set the tone for this conversation, I'd like each of our guests to briefly introduce themselves. Let's keep it short and authentic. So, uh, Carlos, let's start with you.
Thank you, Fanzi, and thank you to the entire Project Unity team. My name is Enskalos Metelus, associate at Project Unity. I am honored to be part of this conversation around such an important topic. Today, I am not here to present a perfect journey, but a real one, shaped by learning, doubts, periods of silence, and opportunities built through patience and consistency. Thank you again, Mr. Frenzy.
Okay, let's continue with my love. Can you present yourself to the public?
Okay, Mr. Fendi. Good morning, Team Haiti, and good afternoon, Team Kenya. I am DLC Mylove, an associate at Project Unity, specializing in community engagement. Today, I am very happy to participate on this podcast. C'est avec un grand plaisir que m'a souhaité chaque monde qui est en bas live ça bienvenue dans un nouveau épisode ça avec Projet Trinité que nous pourrons partager un si bel sujet qui c'est parcours nous pour premier travail à distance. Déjà, nous souhaitons nous bon voyage.
Merci, my love. It's your turn now, Nixon.
Thank you, Mr. Fanzi. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new episode of the Project Unity podcast. I am Nixon Jean-François, a civil engineer, IT specialist, and an associate at Project Unity. If you dream of working from home, collaborating with international companies, or building a career without borders, this episode is for you. In this episode, we will explore together the key step to successfully make this transition and build a strong remote career. Stay with us. We are about to dive into this exciting topic. Restez branchés avec nous parce que l'épisode ça est capable de changer façon ou avenir professionnel. Merci parce que vous avec nous matin.
It's the sunrise right now in Haiti, and like you can see that in my face. So, uh, today's conversation is very special because we're talking about the journey to the first remote job, the challenges, the lessons, and the breakthroughs, especially from Haitian perspective. So, I'm joined by three amazing guests, as you already know it, from our Haiti team, Carlos, my love, and Nixon. So, Let's dive in. Let's start now at the beginning. So, Carlos, um, can you tell us about your background and what you were doing before you started pursuing remote work?
Thank you, Fendi. It's a great question. I first come from a background in football clubs, an experience that taught me discipline, teamwork, leadership, and rigor at an early stage. I then pursued 4 years of academic studies um, in economics, while also taking course in computer science, English, and psychological first aid. At the same time, I was actively involved in teaching at the secondary level, especially economics. Um, Before entering remote work, I was therefore balancing my studies and teaching responsibilities. And at that time, my work was mainly local, but I already sensed that the skills I was developing could be useful beyond borders.
Uh, what interesting here is that many remote professionals don't start in tech or remote roles. Uh, your story, Carlos, shows that career transitions are possible with intention and efforts. So, my love, it's your turn now. So, can you tell us what motivated you personally to aim for a remote job?
Thank you, Mr. Fonzi, for the question. What motivated me personally to pursue a remote job was the opportunity to combine professional growth with flexibility. I wanted to work on meaningful projects, collaborate with international teams, and develop my skills without being limited by location. Thank you.
Uh, Flexibilité, c'est une bagay que yon professionnel besoin pour li augmenter compétence li. So, motivation is often rooted in personal needs and bigger dreams. So, Nixon, I know that you are a civil engineer, and then uh, you have so many uh, experience. So today in this episode, I want to ask you a question. So um, my first question to you is, what was your mindset before discovering remote work?
That's a very important question, Mr. Fandi, because mindset is where everything starts. Before discovering remote work, my way of thinking was very traditional and limited by what I have been seeing around me. I believed success meant waking up early, commuting to an office, working fixed hour, and slowly building a career within my local environment. I thought stability only came from physical presence and that opportunities were recruited to your life. At that time, I didn't imagine that my skills could travel beyond borders at the I could from my own space. So, nan panse pam, mba jem panse mte ka travay a distance. E mba jem panse tou, nan peyi mi a mte ka travay a distance. Mte toujou kwe travay serye, et puis pour me faire en quantité de temps, pour me gagner un superviseur quelqu'un cap guider, soit cap mettre pression pour faire quoi dans le travail là. Alors c'est quoi ça me pensé travail à distance. C'est quoi ça me pensé me travail, même pas jamais pensé avec travail à distance. Mais avec le temps, le map apprendre et puis me venir me travailler à distance. Et puis ça a aidé me motiver tête moi pour me postuler dans quelques travail et puis grâce à projet Trinité tout me jeune chasse moi et puis moi commencer dans travail à distance. Merci.
Yes, thank you, Nixon. Uh, what interesting in what you said. So you mean that uh, mindset often determines direction before skills do. So, uh, Carlos, I'm back to you. So, what first exposed you to the idea of working remotely?
Um, it's not a weird story, but I was exposed to a lot of content, like videos, photos, where people praised online work. They always talked about how we just with a just phone or a computer and internet connection, you could work, you could earn more, you could gain freedom, especially financial freedom. But what really caught my attention was the idea of collaborating with international teams and seeing people contribute to global projects without being physically present. And I realized that today value is no longer determined by location, but by skills, reliability, and results. So remote work allows you to serve the world, to communicate, and to collaborate with high level professionals and to access opportunities that might not otherwise be possible. Yeah.
So,
So,
um, this highlights how exposure and information can completely change someone's career direction. So, what you said is very interesting. Um, so, as you can see, the sun rises in my face, and it's a vitamin for the body. Guys, I hope you will enjoy the sunrise with me. So, my love, uh, I have a question for you. Can you tell us what fears did you have before starting your remote journey?
Okay, before embarking on this journey, I had several fears. First, I doubt my skills, wondering whether I was truly ready for this type of work, which requires autonomy, discipline, and mastery of digital tools. D'abord, quand je commencé à travailler à distance, moi j'ai un pile inquiétude. Surtout, mode numérique là te paraît large et compliqué pour moi. Et moi te tout pour ne pas faire erreur. Une autre hésitation moi te encore, c'était isolation. Parce que je me senti loin d'un environnement équipe traditionnelle côté que pas bien interaction chaque jour. Chanjman sa nan kat travay la te fèm pe, men avèk le tan, mwen te vin kompren ki krent sa yo te ka vin toune yon sous motivasyon pou m apren e grandi pi plis chak jou. Ok.
Yes, for those who are watching this live in Haiti, motivation c'est un zame clé que vous besoin, surtout en tant que professionnel, et si vous travaillez tout à distance, vous besoin genre de motivation ça yo. So my love mean that fear is common, courage is continuing despite it. So Nixon, I have a question for you. So, can you tell us what changed your perspective about online work?
This question really took my back to turn point in my journey. Façon de wè travay, sa ki te motive m plus sou travay a distans, se kantite moun mwen wè ki reyisi sou internet. Mwen te vini realize se pa kote ou sorti, se pa peyi wap viv ki important, men se pito fason ake fò fè chak jou ka pede ou avanse, vi ki ka edo reyisi. What really changed my perspective was exposure. Different background success online made me realize that remote work is real and accessible. I understood that result matter more than location, and that skills open door when you're willing to learn and stay disciplined. Merci, Mr. Fandi.
Yeah, thank you, Nixon. Our shift in perspective can unlock new opportunities. Uh, so, Carlos, uh, so I have this question for you. What skill did you realize you were missing at the beginning?
At the beginning, I realized that what I lacked most were skills related to digital work organization, such as project management, documentation, and professional communication in remote environment.
Okay, great. This reminds the listeners that skill gaps are normal. Awareness is the first step to growth. Uh, Very interesting to hear. So, for those who are watching this live, uh, we have this podcast every Wednesday morning at this time. So I invite you to follow and share this podcast to someone, your friend, maybe your best friend or someone else. And then don't forget to leave a comment. Tell us below what do you think about remote work. We will. It will be a pleasure for us to reply you in the comment. So, my love, uh, my question to you now is which skill took you the longest to master?
Thank you, Mr. Franzi. The skill that required the most time and effort for me to develop is undoubtedly time management. Working remotely demands a high level of autonomy and at the beginning. Pour travail à distance, li mande yon nivou otonomi. Le pa gen yon supervizasyon direk e ki pa tro rigide ou ka distre e menm ignore tan ou gen pou te realize kek travay. Nan pakou sa, mwen te apren priorize ak bien defini objektif mwen yo. E mte itilize kek zouti planifikasyon pou mte ka bien jere emplwa mwen. E prosesis ta te permet mwen tre efikas e mwen te tou itilize l kom yon atou nan vi profesyonel mwen.
Ok, e nan sa may love diyan, met aksan sou otonomi, sa ve di pou travay a distans, gen seten otonomi ou do e genyen pou kapap amelyore abilite ou, paske an di ou nan espas pou kou, sa ve di genyen kompetansi atande ou men, otonomi an ou do genyen par rapport avek abilite ou genyen, outi ke ou itilize, tout sa, kap vreman edo pou avanse. So, mastery takes time and then patience and repetition. So, Nixon, I have this question to you. So, which technical skill was most critical for your first remote job?
A very important question, Mr. Fanzi, because many people think remote work is only about mastering specific tools. Pour travailler à distance, ou pas besoin d'un master. Ou pas besoin d'un master pour dire ou besoin de job sur Internet. Même ça qui était important pour moi et ça qui paraît difficile tout, c'était adapter avec technologie. Parce que pour travailler à distance, il faut qu'on ait un minimum de technologie. C'est ça base là. Parce que on parle pile, on a besoin d'internet, on a besoin habilité dans quelques logiciels, quelques applications tout ça qui peut aider. Alors c'est ça qui est primordial pour comme technique, c'est ça comme compétence technique qu'on a besoin pour travailler à distance. Merci.
So, Nixon means that you don't need a master to work remotely. That's very interesting because what the customer waiting from you is skills and so that the ability. Skills create entry points into global opportunities. So, Carlos, my question to you now is how did you start preparing yourself practically for remote work?
That's a great question. Um, I then focused on very practical, results oriented preparation through Project Trinity, which represent a true golden opportunity for me. I was able to complete a digital development training program and get a certificate. So within this framework, I strengthen my skills in essential remote work tools such as advanced Excel, um, Asana for project management, Canva for content creation, production, and handling a wide range of operational tasks. I also depend my use of um, artificial intelligence, commonly called AI, and Microsoft products. At the time, at the same time, I developed my data analysis skills and continuously worked on my communication. Yeah.
So,
So most importantly, I actively engaged in real projects, sometimes without immediate compensation, because I understood early on that experience reliability, and concrete results, or what truly build credibility in remote work.
So here, what can I understand of what you said, Carlos? Ça veut dire que préparation n'a pas besoin parfait à 100%. Et ça qui est important, c'est motivation et toujours été consistant dans tout ça qu'on fait. So preparation doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be consistent. So my love, uh, I have a question for you. So, can you tell us how did you manage learning while handling daily responsibilities?
D'accord, merci Fanti pour question. Pour me arriver à faire gestion travail, moi, ak responsabilité personnelle, moi, yo, I put in place a strict organization with dedicated time slot for each task. I create a realistic schedule that took my personal obligation into account. Mte pi bien apprendre toujours pour mte connaître comment pour bien gérer priorité mieux et puis dire non à quelques distractions. En plus tout, si pour famille mieux, amis mieux, ça te kon aider tout parce que te comprendre importance engagement mieux. Et ça te kon encourager tout dans moment fatigue moi yo ak doute moi yo. Équilibre ça te demande en pile discipline. Mais il te permet moi tout avancer sans pas négliger responsabilité personnelle moi yo. Merci.
Okay, what's interesting here is like you mean balancing life and learning is a real challenge many relate to. So while the public is enjoying the sunrise and my face, can you tell me in the comment what vitamin I'm receiving right now? And then I'll be happy to answer and like your comment. So, Nixon, uh, my question to you is how did you handle moments of self doubt?
This is something I believe many people can relate to. Self doubt was part of the journey. When I came, I learned to pause, reflect, and focus on progress instead of perfection. I remind myself that growth take time and that every step forward can. Mwen te gen pil dout nan tet mwen, men dout sa yo, mwen pat kite yo aje sou mwen trop, men yo te plus fem fokus. Pase dout la te gen pou mwen ped espoir, men mte still rete motive. Mte pren dout la pito kom yon ed ki pou te fem aposhe pi pre objektif mwen, ki sete jwen yon travay a distas.
Ça pour moun comprendre de ça Nixon dit, hein, c'est que doute là, ou pas besoin inquiéter pour lui, les wap comme si enrichissait tout pour qu'il ait une habilité pour travailler à distance. Parce que doute là, il fait partie de évolution de compétences. Mais ça qui est l'essentiel, sorry, ça qui est l'essentiel, c'est toujours persévérant dans ça pour faire à l'avenir, comme ça que vous allez et ou apporter bon résultat. So self-doubt is part of growth and persistence is the response. So Carlos, uh, my question is for you now. So what was the hardest rejection or setback you faced?
That's an interesting question. Um, The hardest part was the silence, sending applications or messages and receiving no response. This phase often tests your mindset more than your actual skills. So it was during this time that I understood rejection doesn't mean lack of value, but rather that the process is still shaping you.
Yes, Carlos, rejection is often part of the process. I think everyone uh, know that well. And then it's not a sign of failure, okay? So motivation is the key. And um, now let's be back to my love. So, my love, uh, what moment made you realize a remote work was achievable for you?
Of course, Mr. Fonzi, there was a very moment. It was during my very first remote assignment with Project Unity, which I obtained after a competition and several applications. Nan mouman mwen ta pral pase konkoun nan Projet Trinité, ki se yon organizasyon an ligne, mwen te doute an pil de kompetans mwen, e mwen te pe. Men mwen te vin pran tan pou m prepare tet mwen e sitou kwen nan tet mwen, menm avek dout mwen yo. Le proje a te valide e mwen te aksepte, mwen te senti mwen fiyer de tet mwen. Se te premye fwa tou, mwen ta pral realize ki kompetans mwen te kapap travese frontye, ke même depuis la caille moi tout, moi te capable de faire un impact. Moi te comprendre tout que travail à distance pas fait pour l'autre monde seulement, mais il était accessible pour moi tout. Mais c'est avec discipline, préparation et puis confiance ou gagner dans tête. Merci.
Thanks, my love, and it's an interesting uh, word. So you mean that? So what I can understand of what you said, you mean that belief is often changes before results do. Okay. So Nixon, my question is to you now. So uh, what daily habit contributed most to your success?
Success didn't come from a big move, but from small, consistent daily actions. The habit that made that biggest difference was consistency. Every day, I committed to learning, improving, or practicing, no matter how small the effort. Sometimes it was reading an article, practicing or reflecting on my progress. At first, impact seemed tiny, almost invisible, but over a week, month, and years, these small actions accumulate into real knowledge, confidence, and competence. Consistency taught me patience and, and perseverance. It showed me that motivation is fleeting, but discipline is lasting. Even on days when I didn't feel motivated, I reminded myself that stacking on small steps is better than starting still.
Uh, okay, very interesting point. So, what I can understand of what Nixon said is that small habits compound into big results. So, guys, I wanna see your thumbs up below the comments, and then I wanna see hearts. I wanna see some interesting uh, comments. Always tell us what do you think about remote work, or how did you feel yourself when you were working for the first time, uh, like doing a remote job. So, Carlos, my question is for you now. Please, can you describe the moment you landed your first remote opportunity?
Sure. Um, my first remote work opportunity came through Project Trinity. It was after completing the session, the training sessions. So it didn't feel like luck at all. It felt more like alignment. So everything I had done before, the learning, the discipline, and the unpaid efforts finally made sense.
Yeah, that moment is often a turning point, not just financially, but it's mentally. So, my love, I think you're ready for this question. So, please, can you tell us how did your confidence evolve throughout the process?
Okay. At the beginning, I was filled with many doubts and uncertainties, especially when faced with new tools, new working methods, and expectations I was not yet accustomed to. However, as I moved forward, each skills I acquired, every challenge I overcame, and every task I successfully completed strengthened my confidence. E wè mwen pe fè yo, te vin tourne yon okasyon pou m apren, epi realizasyon yo mèm lè yo te piti. Te montrem ki mwen te kapab progrese epi adaptem. Jodi a mwen senti m pi gen konfians nan tet mwen. M pi otonom epi m konsyen de kapasite mwen. Avek certain ki mwen ka kontine evolye epi leve nouvo defi ak asirans. Merci.
Merci, my love, pour l'intervention. C'est vraiment important parce que il y a toutes sortes fait ou besoin de motivation, besoin de concentrer ou. So confidence grows through action and not perfection. So Nixon, my question is how did communication play a role in your journey?
Merci Franzi pour question ça. C'est question clé dans le travail à distance. In remote work, this is something you simply cannot ignore. On va pas ignorer communication dans le travail à distance. Communiquer, faut qu'on communique bien dans le travail à distance. Et puis, moi-même, ça te représenté une faiblesse pour moi. L'homme t'a cherché travail à distance, côté que pays qui gagne entreprise ne voulait travailler là. Alors, l'anglais, yo te parlé à moi-même, moi pas parler li. Alors, ça te fait. Parce que faut qu'on pose des questions avec l'entreprise, avec moun qui dans entourage yo, parce qu'on va communiquer avec yo, faut qu'on comprenne yo, et puis yo même tout faut qu'on comprenne nous, parce que yo besoin, faut qu'on monter niveau nan nivou e travay ou bezwen. Alors, communication, c'est clé. Communication vraiment, vraiment, vraiment important dans travail à distance.
Yes, very interesting point, Nixon. So communication is a core to record remote skill, right? Um, Carlos, my question to you now is, can you tell us how did your daily routine change after getting that job?
Um, my routine became much more intentional. I had to learn how to manage my time better, plan my days, meet deadlines, and remain productive without direct supervision. Remote work gave me more freedom, but even more responsibility.
Yeah, perfect. Structure and discipline become essential once remote work becomes real. Um, what tools or habit help you stay disciplined, my love? What tools or habits help you stay disciplined?
Thank you, Mr. Fanzi. It's a good question. To stay disciplined and organized, I use digital tools like Trello to manage my tasks, Google Calendar to plan my schedule, and Notion to keep my notes and goals in one place. I also follow a simple morning routine that helps me set priorities and stay focused throughout the day. Thank you.
Nan tout sa wap fe nan viya ou toujou bezwen disiplin. E menm pou travay a distans, pou organize e outil yo, petet tekst ou bien dokumen, ou bezwen gon disiplin la dan. Menm nan kesyon teknoloji an, nou sipoze gen yon disiplin la dan. Se vweman important sa ou diyan, my love. And discipline is the backbone of remote success. So, Nixon, uh, can you tell us what misconception about remote work did you have at first?
Thank you, Mr. Fundi, for this question. I had to unlearn a lot before actually I understood remote work. At first, I believed remote work would be easier and more flexible in every sense. In reality, it demands a high level of self-management, focus, and accountability. Freedom can with responsibility.
Oui, sa mande an pil sakrifis lek yo ap travay a distans. Jan ou prezize sa engineer Nixon. So Nixon means that uh, clarifying misconceptions helps set realistic expectations. So, Carlos, what role did community or mentorship play in your journey?
So, community played a huge role in my journey. Um, Being part of organization like Project Trinity exposed me to mentors, peers, and international professional standards. It reminded me that we grow much faster, much further when we don't move alone.
Great.
Great.
Uh, So, what I can understand of your point, Carlos, no remote journey is truly solo, and support systems matter. Uh, my question at this time is to my love. So, my love, how did your environment influence your progress?
D'accord, merci, Monsieur Franzi. Comment environnement t'est influencé par programme yo? At the beginning, the lack of understanding was a challenge, but over time, my determination and progress changed their perceptions. Their support then became an essential source of motivation and encouragement. Lem vin konen ki entouraj mwen yo konte sou mwen, sa te vin renforse m e sa te bon plis enerji pou m te persevere e kwen nan reyisit mwen. Mersi.
Yeah, thank you, guest. And environment can either slow you down or push you forward. Okay, so Nixon, how did your first paycheck make you feel?
Yeah, a très belle question, hein, Monsieur Franzi. That moment mean more than just me to me. Receiving my first paycheck was emotional. It represents proof that my effort have value and that I was capable of competing on a global level. Premier kob mwen te resevo an travay a distance mwen, li te mette m plus an konfians pou m te kapab fè plus efor avèk tèt mwen.
Okay, that moment often validates all efforts invested. So, Carlos, what mistake would you avoid if you were starting over?
If I were starting over, I would avoid waiting too long to feel ready. I learned that preparation comes through action, not perfection. Starting earlier, even imperfectly, accelerates growth tremendously.
Okay, so learning from mistakes accelerates growth for everyone listening. So, my love, what surprised you most about working remotely?
What impacted me the most about remote work was the number of opportunities available even from a small village. Sak te sipren mwen plis nan travay ak distans la, se fason ki m vin realize li posib pou m kolabore ak lot moun nan tout mod lan, partisipe nan proje internasyonal yo, epi jwen akse ak kek resous san mwen pa bezwen deplase. Realite sa te chanje m kompletman fason mwen te wè limit geografik yo, e li fèm kompran ke motivasyon, kompetans ak koneksyon digital ka louvri pot pi bien, pi loin pase sa mwen mèm mwen te imajine.
Before asking the guest the last question, so I want to ask Nixon, how has remote work changed your long-term vision?
Merci, Monsieur Franzi. Travay a distance chanje fason mwen wè avnim. Mwen te limite rev mwen, men travay a distance lan, li fèm chanje totalman. Pase travay a distance lan, li itil an pil, surtout pou peyi sous-développé, li itil an pil. Pase le map analize problem nou men nou gen an Haiti. E, on paket moun ki pou yo ale nan lot peyi pou yo al chèche travay. Padan se tan, yo pat konen si gon télétravail ki existe, kote ke yo te ka travay la kay yo. Mwen menm se sa, télétravail la, li pote pou mwen. Kom se l fè mwen, e ke m ka rete nan peyi map travay, menm jan, an pil lot moun kapap fèl tou. Menm jan gen pil Haitien ki tan reme kite peyi ya la, pou yo al travay nan lot peyi, men yo pat konen travay a distansan, menm basi a pati de jodi ya.
Ekri marché international la san ke li pa bezwen diplase. Merci. Okay. Remote work expands how people see their future. So, I want to ask the last questions to the guest now before we end. So, Carlos, what advice would you give someone just starting today?
Um, I would say focus on skills, not titles. So, pas focus sur, par exemple, où you are an economist, engineer, and so on. So, c'est beaucoup plus concentré sur sa compétence. Another one, it's work on real projects. Be consistent even when no one is watching. So remote work rewards discipline, reliability, and long-term vision.
This advice becomes a roadmap map for beginners. Okay, a roadmap for beginners is really important. So, my love, my last question to you is what message would you give young women pursuing remote career?
D'akor, yon mesaj mwen ki pou tout fam tan koum ki reve travay ak distance. Okay, I would like to say this. You must dare to believe in your potential, even when doubt est boss. Travay a distance pa rezerve selman pou moun ki privileje. Ou pa bezou kon tout bagay tou, ni pou moun ki kon tout bagay. Tout simplement, li bati etap pa etap. A travè apprentissage, persévérance et puis courage ou genyen pou kapap eseye. Paske ou ap jen defi, mouman incertitude, mais chaque effort ou fait la renforcer compétence ou, a confiance ou. Rete curieux, rete discipliné, et puis entouré tête ou ak moun ki ka supporte ou, ak moun ki gen ambition pour ça qui bon. Encore, songez, origine nous n'est pas défini limite ou. Avec détermination, préparation, à confiance dans tête ou même tout ou ka créer opportunité qui dépasse frontières et puis bâtir un avenir qui reflète valeur avec rêve. Merci.
Okay, what my love said make me understand that representation and encouragement matter deeply. So my very last question to Nixon is what responsibility comes with remote opportunities?
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Fandi. Remote work requires a strong sense of self-discipline, time management, and professionalism. Without direct supervision, you are responsible for organizing your day, meeting deadlines, and maintaining the same level of quality and commitment as if you were working in an office. In many ways, remote work push you to grow not only professionally but personally, because you learn to manage yourself before managing tasks.
Okay, we said that earlier. Opportunity and responsibility always go together. Um, as you can see, guys, the sunset almost gone in my face. It's really an energy for me this morning because I take my vitamin. I want to see the comments to see what vitamin I'm taking by exposing to the sun. So yeah, don't forget to like and share Project Trinity podcast because we have it every Wednesday. Uh, um, uh, Feel free to like, comment, and share this live. So I want to have I want to like has a little question to the guest. So Creole short time. I know that ak tèt nou, eh, ki sa ki pare pi difisil pou nou, kom si le nou, kom si lop travay, la fon travay a distans, swa wale non espas ou bien, ou nte ka di, ou rete la kayou, kote lot moun yo ye, pi ou pou ap travay, eske moun ki koto yo ap kompren ki ap travay tout bon vwe ou bien y ap panso disponib. E an komanse a Carlos, ki sa ki pare difisil pou
About my experience in remote work, ça qui paraît un peu compliqué, c'est qu'on a accès avec connexion Internet. Et puis, c'est encore une ressource qui est extrêmement importante qui c'est énergie. Deux éléments ça et nous qu'on provoquer un pile problème parce que on gagne des tâches pour assurer maintenant deux éléments ça fait apparition ça veut faire que et premièrement on capable retarder dans et réalisation tâche et il est capable de provoquer un pile stress. Ouais.
great. Do you have something to add, my love? What's harder, ki sa difisil entre lo lakay ou bien ou non espas koto ap doing remote work?
Ok, pou mwen men, difikilte, pa vreman gen difikilte, pase ke ni travay a distans e ni travay an prezansiyel, wap toujou jen difikilte pou yo tou lede. Sitou nan peyi nou konen koman sa e, wap travay a distans, ou kapab jen difikilte pou rezo, pou enerji, tout sa. Wap travay an prezansiyel, ou kapab jen difikilte, sekurite, ou kapab levon bon maton pa ka al travay. Men sel sa map toujou di, se determinasyon epi konviksyon, epi avek sa wap konkretize tout revou yo, tout objektif yo. Merci.
Okay, next on, let's be more concise. What's your word?
Peyi nou ki se problem internet, e li men mou kapab jwen kom pi gwo difikilte, e mwen menm tou se li men mwen jwen kom pi gwo difikilte pou travay. Motivasyon, di mou fokus, di mou kwa nan tetou. Ou pap jwen trop difikilte, e menm lotaj nou difikilte tou wap brise. Bien rapide. Merci.
So yeah, very interesting. So guys, today's conversation shows us that the journey to our first remote job is not easy, but it is absolutely possible. So with the right mindset, skills, and support, opportunities can be created anywhere, including right here in Haiti. So thank you to Carlos, my love, and Nixon for sharing your stories. And thank you to everyone watching and engaging with us. So I'd like to give each of you the opportunity to share a final thoughts before we close this. So, guys, what is the last word to the public before we wrap up?
My last consistent even when no one is watching.
Okay, my love, your last word.
Ok, mesaj ki yon pou mbay avek tout pep lag. Mam di yo ke, gen yon pep kreol ki di se ti pa zo finish. Donc, komanse tout sa ou gen pou fe ya. Chaque bagay, chaque jour leve ou fe yon paladan, chaque jour leve ou komanse ou kontinye et puis lor rive a un certain temps ou apwe koman ou konkretize tout rev pou yo.
Yes, guys, like, share, and then comment. So let's close this by saying this. I'd like to acknowledge the role of our partners and supporters. The journeys you had today are made possible because of strategic investment, trust, and shared purpose. At Project Trinity, we are committed to accountability, measurable impact, and creating pathways to real opportunity. Your support doesn't just fund programs, it transforms life and opens doors to a global future. Thank you for believing in the mission. Until next time, stay curious, stay consistent, and keep building your future. Ciao.